That real estate agent just left. They're everywhere. I'm gonna have to have some spray.
Hey.
I'm gonna have to have some spray.
What my dad says.
Don, if I hear that one more time, go get me some spray.
If my dad sees you swatting at a fly or
Eating me up.
a mosquito or anything, him being the old fighter pilot, he says, hey! That's a fellow aviator. And I just laugh my ass off every time he does.
And I just don't.
That's funny stuff. Our real estate agent for the past like 30 years or something. Maybe we should go up on the porch. This is really bad here.
It's bad.
Our real estate agent just left. We've been dealing with her for almost 30 years. Mm-hmm. She sold us this place and put on her boots, and we waded through this all those years ago with her saying,
oh my,
you can do better than this. And, we've done well with it, but have a little rental property that we're selling, so it was nice to see her. Fucking dogs and shit. That dog is out of control.
That's just part of being in the country, Don.
Our real estate agent, motherfucking dog, motherfucker, man. I take something over there and beat the shit out of him. Our real estate agent just left. Motherfucker, man.
Don, just go home. Go get herself good.
Get some.
We have a barking dog next door. We live in the country, so that's just the way that goes.
People have dogs in the city too. Our real estate agent just left. The same gal we bought this place from, we've been dealing with her for almost 30 years. She sold us this place and put those boots on all those years ago and waded this flooded property when we had first bought it with us. I'm not doing this. I don't know what to do.
You want to go inside?
I've got to do something.
Let's go inside. Come on.
Video up.
Well, come on. Let's go inside.
There's something about real estate agent that he doesn't like. Our real estate agent just left. It's the same one we've been dealing with for almost 30 years. We're selling a small rental property that we have, and after all those years, we've done so many real estate. We've always loved real estate. And she sold us this place. Put on her boots all those years ago and waded this property. It was completely flooded when she showed it to us, and she was aghast that we were even interested in it. Look how it's turned out.
It was just thick woods, a muddy swamp, and mosquitoes were everywhere. And she put on her waders and got out here with Don and stomped through this mess. And it's been almost 30 years now. It's been a long time.
Been that, but she's been with us through all that. It was nice to see her again. We got one other property that we're getting rid of. I hate that fucking dog. I can't tell you how much I hate that fucking dog over there. That's what he does. I'm gonna go over there one night and put a motherfucking hurting on him. I'm gonna find him in a pot of boiling ass cocksucking water.
He's a frustrated dog, Don. When Don got out of the Navy all of those years ago, Oh God, now they're going to talk to each other. When Don got out of the Navy all those years ago,
Go ahead.
where
You got a sweater on a dog when it's a t-shirt weather here. She's fucking hot.
I don't know, you had on a camouflage winter jacket. Looked like you was going hiking in Alaska when you went for lunch.
She's walking around bow-legged. Dogs don't get the sweaters on them.
It was cold, Don. When Don retired out of the Navy and he went to work for Blackwater, we had in our minds just exactly what we thought that was going to be like. And although we have nothing but good things to say for Blackwater, we found out very quickly that that was not something that Don wanted to do forever in a day. We had been separated for so much of our life, and we just did not want to do that. Our real estate agent just pulled out of the driveway. Don and I first met her over 30 years ago. We came here from California. We had rented a little house from her up in Kempsville area, Virginia Beach. And then we bought this little 5 acres down here. It was nothing but just a big mud hole. There wasn't any grass in the back. They had used it for horses and had had a tremendous amount of rain the first day we came down. So being the good real estate agent she is, she put on her galoshes and waded back through that mosquito-infested woods with Don to mark the property line. So 30 years later, and she's back down again. A great, great lady. When Don first retired from the Navy, he got out and went to work for Blackwater. So we had in our minds what the retirement was going to be like, what our life would be like. And nothing to say bad about Blackwater. Certainly it did us fine. But it wasn't the retirement life that we thought it was going to be. We've been separated so much over the years, just being on the teams, that when he went to work for Blackwater, I think the first time he was supposed to be gone for a couple of months, and it turned into an 8-month deployment. So that wasn't working out real good for us. That isn't what we thought retirement would be. We didn't want to do that many separations. So Don called and said, "You need to start buying up every piece of real estate you can, because I do not want to do this for the rest of my life." Well, we made a lot of money at Blackwater, but we never kept one penny of that money. He was in Afghanistan or Pakistan somewhere, and I bought my first little house. It was a little house up in Norfolk, Virginia. It used to be officer base housing. And they're little 2-bedroom, 1-bath houses, all lined up in a row. But it was a cute little neighborhood, and it was affordable, and a good place to get started in our first real estate adventure. So I bought that house, and then I bought another one, and we ended up buying several little houses in the same neighborhood. When the market turned, we ended up selling a few of those, and we did okay. And that gave us the opportunity to take a chance on extreme sale experience. We didn't know if this thing would work or not. I've said before that he came up with this on a cocktail napkin. It was actually on a paper towel out in my backyard by our little fire pit. And we started jotting down some notes on some things that could be done back here with very little investment money. And so that's how Extreme SEAL Experience was born. And if it had not been for the little rental properties that brought in a little bit of income, we could have never taken a chance to get this going. So I'll always be grateful to Harriet for looking out for us. I'm grateful to Blackwater for the money that Don was able to make so that we could afford the little investments. And I'm very grateful for all the success that Extreme SEAL Experience has brought to us. So now we found a couple of partners to go in with us on Extreme SEAL to free up some time for Don and I to be able to work more on our stolen valor. And it's time to get rid of the little rentals that we have. If we're going to be taking this thing on the road and being gone more than we are here, that's one less thing to worry about, the maintenance on a real estate property. So hopefully we'll get these things sold, and one less thing, and we can hit the road with no baggage. We've got some great SEALs to help hold the fort down here, so we're looking excited and forward to the future. Thank you for all the support. I really appreciate it.